Right now it's 6. A new grant is the first step in better understanding the environmental impact of a Juneau County junkyard fire. And the plans for an anticipated food hall fell through last month, and the men behind the idea say it's not their fault.
Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is on assignment. U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin wants Hospital Sisters Health System to delay their closure of 2 hospitals and 19 clinics in the Chippewa Valley. The Democratic senator calling on HSHS to consider the delay in a letter to their CEO and president. Baldwin goes on to press hospital officials to consider, quote, in good faith, offers to purchase the facilities and equipment of both Sacred Heart and St. Joseph's. The letter comes as Oakleaf Medical Network waits to hear a response from HSHS over their offer to negotiate the purchase of both hospitals. A member of Oakleaf also recently filed a lawsuit seeking to delay the hospital closures until July 21st. Well, back in August, we introduced you to Harvey Fields, a 74-year-old Vietnam veteran who's been living on bottled water since he says a fire at a junkyard near his home contaminated his drinking water. This week, the Wisconsin DNR is awarding a grant to Juneau County to start the process of cleaning up. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall joins us now with the update. Jeremy.
Emily, the Wisconsin DNR received $2 million from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency to assist with cleanup on properties throughout the state that have been contaminated enough that reuse or redevelopment has become complicated. The DNR has taken the first steps to begin cleaning the site. Of the $2 million the DNR got from the EPA, as much as $65,000 is slated to assess the blighted property Harvey Fields, who you saw earlier, believes is responsible for his contamination. It became tax delinquent in 2017 and the owner passed away in 2020. The investigation starts with 2 phases. Phase 1 is when an environmental contractor will assess the property.
They will go out and evaluate the conditions at the site. They will look at a lot of historical records like old aerial photographs and maps and do a complete evaluation of what might be out there.
And phase 2 is when another consultant collects soil or groundwater to be tested in a lab. While it may not seem like much, it's a step forward. The next step will be removing the debris itself. And to help with that, Juneau County applied for a separate grant from the State Economic Development Corporation. No word yet if or when that grant will be approved. Emily.
All right, a step forward indeed. Thank you, Jeremy. The La Crosse Area Chamber of Commerce hosted its February forum today. The forum is a chance for community members to hear from their elected officials about issues impacting the area. State Representatives Jill Billings, Steve Doyle, and Lauren Oldenburg were there, as well as State Senator Brad Pfaff. One of the topics covered today was the state's legislative maps. The state Supreme Court threw out the current state maps after finding them unconstitutional. Right now, the court is considering 4 different map proposals. Senator Brad Pfaff, whose district is one of the most competitive in the state, has been an advocate for new maps, saying they will increase the state's legislature's bipartisanship.
I do believe that they will create greater competition, and that will ensure that there is a more diverse voices that are heard, and I think that's helpful for everybody.
The court is expected to release new boundary lines no later than March 15th. Other issues addressed during today's forum were the area's child care crisis and PFAS contamination.
Yeah, today, once again, plenty of sunshine. Our temperatures got well up into the 40s. It helped with no snow cover once again on the ground. But we do have a little bit of changes coming this week, but nothing too significant. But overall, clear skies at both locations. A few clouds out there in the 30s at both sites. Overall, there's your observed highs today. Most in the 40s. Up to the north, we're a little bit in the 30s. And points down the south like Boscobel, we're in the 50s. So definitely another warm and mild day for middle of February. And that is about 15 to almost 20 degrees above above average, pretty much the common theme that we've seen throughout this month so far. Current temperatures have cooled back down into the 30s. Still, even that's above average for our high temperatures for this time of year, with Ladysmith up to north at 31 and all the way down south at Viroqua at 34 degrees. Big picture shows that front has come through. We're going to see the winds turn around. We have another little weak system that's going to the north, going to help pull down some cloud cover, and that's really what's going to be the big difference going into tomorrow, but not so much this evening. Still getting back down to 31 degrees with that northwest wind at La Crosse. Very similar story up in Eau Claire. A few more low clouds begin to drift south. Otherwise, we're getting down to 29 degrees at 11 p.m. Well, yes, Valentine's Day is coming. We have cooler conditions, but we definitely might even see a 50-degree mark coming Valentine's Day, and then we have some rain or snow potentially coming Wednesday night.
All right. Did you write that poem yourself, Greg?
I came up with that, yes.
Okay, very good. Very clever. Great writing. All right, thank you. Mardi Gras came a day early for the kiddos at Crucifixion School in La Crescent. A huge Mardi Gras celebration took place in the school gym this afternoon with games, bouncy slides, and lots of treats and goodies for kids and families to cash in on. Students at St. Peter's even joined in on the fun. The annual Mardi Gras fundraiser is a way for kids to enjoy themselves before the season of Lent begins this Ash Wednesday. One teacher said her favorite part of the day is seeing multiple generations of Crucifixion students partake in the celebration.
We've had people coming in and donating things for Mardi Gras who have grandkids that go here now that are attending the event, and they actually attended the event when they went to school here. So it's been going on since at least like the 1960s.
The annual fundraiser raises thousands of dollars each year for school field trips and classroom supplies. Well, back in the Coulee region, the La Crosse Distilling Company is announcing the release of a new product. It's called Barrel-Aged Gin and repurposes used bourbon and brandy barrels. Marketing Director Angela Weber says they make the new gin by aging their Field Notes gin for 6 months inside the used barrels. She says the aging process adds an apple flavor on the front end and finishes with an oaky vanilla flavor on the back end. Weber adds the new product also solidifies the distilling company's commitment to sustainability.
So sustainability is built into our business ethos. We really strive on building in sustainability practices. So being able to repurpose and reuse barrels, giving them either a second or a third life, offers us an opportunity not only to be sustainably focused, but also innovate with new products.
Now, if you'd like to purchase some of the barrel-aged gin, it's $40 a bottle. You must reserve it ahead of time on the Distilling Company's Eventbrite page. Bottle pickup is Saturday, February 24th from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the beef that spoiled the LAX food hall. News 8 Now's Ken Kozarowski will break down what went wrong after this.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's window and door replacement experts. Our superior quality, energy-saving windows and doors from the trusted brand of Renewal by Andersen are skillfully installed by certified technicians and backed by some of the strongest transferable warranties available. Save up to 22% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with Renewal by Andersen Windows and Doors. Brought to you by Asher Lasting Exteriors.
Everyone wants to hire people who are ready to work and passionate about what they do. People that are ready for an opportunity, a job, a career. They just need you to believe in them. Thinkability Wisconsin, providing workforce support for people with disabilities and their employers. They're ready to work and shape the future. All you have to do is start with yes. Join the movement at thinkabilitywi.org.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
A vision to bring a food hall to downtown La Crosse fell flat last month, and the men behind the idea still have beef with their former landlord. Ken Kowzarowski has the story.
Emily, the Lax Food Hall owners say on the surface their leased space was everything they needed, but they found massive problems within the walls, problems they say the building owner should have covered, and they're now hoping the court system can bring them justice. For Michael Margulis and Zach Switzer, the Exchange building checked all the boxes.
It was the only place that we could get to the size that we needed to be able to hold 10 or 11 different kitchens.
They signed a lease in January 2022 with Great River Property Management. But once they started building out, they say they found a veritable buffet of problems. Asbestos, black mold, nearly century-old wiring.
You can't run 11 kitchens off of, World War II era technology.
Contractors told them it'd be at least $500,000 to fix it all. They turned to Great River, thinking under their lease, it's the owner's job to handle building upgrades.
We sent them a list and we're like, here's all the money that we've spent outside of our space fixing your building up, and here's the systems that need to be updated so they can handle something modern. And they responded by sending us a letter demanding that we sign an agreement saying that upgrading the whole building was our responsibility. We refused to sign that because we didn't want to take on the liability of upgrading the whole building. Like, even when we offered to reimburse Great Rivers for upgrading the building, the bank was like, you guys are being suckers. That's not your responsibility, it's their responsibility. They knew better. We probably should have sued.
Instead, they stopped paying rent, and Great River changed the locks. By January, the two parties agreed on eviction, and Lax Food Hall was out $60,000.
Every dime of our life savings.
While they may not be contesting eviction, they still want to go to court.
We responded by filing a counterclaim for all the damages this has caused us.
A $9 million claim. But do they have a case? Switzer sent News 8 portions of the January 2022 lease agreement. It reads in part, the food hall had the opportunity to inspect the leased premises and accepts it in as-is condition. Then under maintenance and repairs, the lease says Great River shall maintain the premises and make all necessary repairs, but it's not required to make any repairs. That tracks with state law. A Milwaukee law firm specializing in real estate says a landlord is typically responsible for repairing structural and major component parts of a leased premises. But in many commercial leases, the landlord may try to shift responsibilities to a tenant for things that exclusively service the leased premises. And that seems to be the essence behind the letter Great River sent the food hall. That same letter puts the food hall on notice for not paying rent and says eviction can be put on hold if the food hall has a way to make those building upgrades. This isn't the first time Great River has had financial disagreements with tenants. Since the food hall announced it was closing January 11th, a handful of former tenants at other Great River properties have reached out to News 8, alleging Great River representatives tell them one thing and write something completely different in their leases. They were hesitant to go on camera for fear of retaliation.
We should have looked up businesses that used to rent from them and spent the time to call them instead of just seeing a good property at a good price.
If Margulis and Switzer pursue legal action, their future is uncertain. The only thing that is certain, what was supposed to be the Lax Food Hall is now just an empty space, ready for a new tenant. The food hall owners and Great River's attorney have a scheduling conference this Friday in La Crosse County Court. Emily?
All right, thank you, Ken. This morning, Great River Property Management's lawyer has sent us a second lease agreement from July 2022 that supersedes the lease the food hall provided. There is a significant difference between the two. While January's lease says Great River will maintain the premises and make all necessary structural and electrical repairs, the July lease says the food hall is responsible for that. The food hall signed that lease. The building owner has also also sent News 8 a statement. It reads in part, "We are disappointed that the food hall will not be opening for our business in our historic Exchange building. But because the food hall failed to complete its project or even obtain all necessary permits and stopped paying rent for months, we have been left with a demolished space and substantial financial losses. The food hall inspected the premises, accepted its condition as is, and agreed to pay for any and all improvements. We disagree with the public statements made by the food hall and its owners, and we are confident that the evidence will prove them wrong." Well, coming up next, First Warn meteorologist Greg Barnhart will have all you need to know about this week's forecast.
When does a credit union become more than a credit union? Maybe it starts simple, getting you in a vehicle that's safe and reliable for your daily trips. Or maybe it's getting your dream vehicle for weekend adventures to remember. Whatever your vehicle needs are, Ultra is ready to go the extra mile. With professional loan experts, an easy application, and no payments for 90 days. Apply today at driveultra.org. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
If you're ready for a new kitchen, then you owe it to yourself to visit the board store during the 2024 Early Bird Home Show. This is the design center where our designers put it all together for you. Visit our flooring showroom, see all of the possibilities. Visit our kitchen showroom and see all of the styles that are available to you. Then return here and put in your countertops, put in your fixtures, put in your knobs, and design that kitchen that's just right for you during the Early Bird Home Show, only at the board store. Call or visit soon.
Planning a home renovation? Save money on demolition and disposal fees by contacting Habitat for Humanity's Reclaim Program. Habitat will remove your cabinets, flooring, windows, appliances, and more for free. Habitat sells reclaimed material at the ReStore rather than sending it to a landfill. To schedule your free reclaim service, go to habitatlacrosse.org/reclaim.
Ready? Okay.
Join today's shoppers as they explore Sweet Valley Artisans.
There's so many good things here. How do you pick just one? You don't.
I've been looking for something to hang in my garage.
What about this? Or this?
Vintage clothing and accessories? Let's check it out. Have you found anything yet? Yeah?
I'm getting hungry just looking at this. I know what you mean.
Stop in and find your treasure today.
Yeah, once again, the mild conditions continue, but we do have a few changes coming this week that will give us back a little taste of winter. The system that we're tracking for the Wednesday night, Thursday potential for snow is out to the west. Otherwise, we still have some influences from the north that continue to bring down cloud cover and occasionally cooler air, and that's what we're going to kind of see tomorrow. And then there's a bigger system to the south that's going to impact the northeast over here. But overall for us, it's really going to be cloud cover. We're going to see some of this low clouds continue to drift south overnight. So it won't be cloudy skies, but you'll definitely see it, and the winds will turn around more to the north and continue. So that will bring us some cooler air as we go in through tomorrow. Once again, you'll wake up probably upper 20s for most locations, mid 20s up to the north. And then throughout the day, it's just this low clouds that'll be passing through. Still some sunshine out there, but that north wind around 10, maybe a little bit higher, will keep things a little bit cooler. Still above average. We should be in the upper 20s to low 30s. And tomorrow we're looking more at the mid to upper 30s for most locations. Mid 30s as you go further north. Some of the areas further south might actually hit 40 degrees. And then tomorrow evening, the winds start to drop off. They'll start turning around because we have another little weak wave that'll be coming through probably Tuesday night into Wednesday, and this will provide more cloud cover as we go throughout, and maybe a little bit of flake of snow up to the north of Eau Claire as you work your way through Wednesday morning. And then things you see, the winds turn around to the south, and that's going to be the bigger change. But if you look at it big picture wise, there's that coming through Wednesday morning, and here's the system that we're tracking for Wednesday night. In between, it's going to be actually a fairly nice day as we go through Valentine's Day. Temperatures actually will climb up to about the upper 40s, and then through the evening hours we'll drop back down to the mid 40s for most locations, and then all the way to the mid 30s as we get further in the night. Some rain will start pushing into the area by 5. It might transition to a little snow. We shouldn't see any road impacts, but that system will provide maybe some road impacts as we go through Thursday morning. And tracking out, here it comes spreading across the area. It'll start initially as rain given the temperatures, but then as we go closer to midnight, we should start seeing a change over to snow through the area. Further north of Eau Claire, probably drops off too much. If you go further south of La Crosse, it might be more of a rain mixture that'll linger a little bit longer, but eventually it will wrap up by the Thursday morning commute. So if you kind of time this out, we might see 1 to 2 inches of snow by Thursday morning. Once again, rain showers for Wednesday evening commute, so that could be a little wet. It turns to snow at some point late Wednesday evening or just after midnight, and then it'll wrap up by Thursday morning. Not a huge system by any standards of February, but since we haven't seen much snow in the last really several weeks, it's going to be something that we haven't seen to. Here's 1 to 2 inches potentially. There could be a band of heavier snow. We'll get a better idea as we get closer to the event. But as you see, further north and south we go lesser amounts, but it will be timing of that could impact it. And then Friday, we might have a little weak wave come down that could provide a little bit of more snow showers and cooler air coming through Friday. I think Friday is probably going to be one of the colder days we've had recently, but nothing too unusual for February. But tonight, we're going to have temperatures down in the mid to upper 20s, passing low clouds with that north wind. Tomorrow, cooler conditions just because of the cloud cover and the winds. We're looking at mainly mid 30s to the north to the low 40s to go further south. And then the 10-day, once we get that warm Wednesday, we'll see the rain turn to snow Wednesday night into Thursday morning, wrapping up. And then we'll see probably the coldest conditions, and I say cold because it's relative really, 29 on Friday, and then we'll start climbing back up. So once again, we haven't had much snow lately, so winter driving skills are probably lacking. So just be prepared for Thursday morning.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it to come. It'll feel a little bit more like winter, get more in the vibe of it. So,
definitely.
Yeah, it'll be pretty to look at too. All right, coming up in sports, Mahomes may have been the MVP in last night's big game, but see how one former Badgers played just as big of a role as anyone. Kate Overton is in next with sports.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
When the insurance company sees Bygoff and Rohde on the other side, they know they're in for a fight. It's your life, but it's our fight. And they know that if they're not being fair with us, they will find themselves in court, and that's how Bygoff and Rohde gets results for its clients.
Are you looking for a high-paying career without any experience? Chart Industries has the opportunity you've been waiting for. Starting wage $30 per hour, highest pay in the area, guaranteed 40 hours, and so much more. If you are making less than $60,000 and want a healthy work-life balance, apply at jobs.chartindustries.com today. That's jobs.chartindustries.com.
Are you or a loved one having troubles getting in and out of the bathtub safely? Has the high cost of remodeling left you without options? I'm Tim with Tri-State Tub to Shower Conversions, and I've been serving the Tri-State area since 1992. And I would love to make your bathing experience safe and affordable. We use your existing tub and remove the front section for easy accessibility. And for an affordable cost, call today.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you. For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
If you've been in a serious accident, you need a serious legal team. Bygoff and Rohde is the Western Wisconsin powerhouse. Attorneys who won't settle for less than you deserve. Call Bygoff and Rohde.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Welcome to News 8 Now Sports. We had quite the game last night with the Kansas City Chiefs
coming out on top over the 49ers 25-22. It was just the second Super Bowl game to go into overtime, and Patrick Mahomes put together a great drive to clinch a third Super Bowl MVP. It was much deserved, but there were a lot of unsung heroes in this game, including Leo Chenal. Chenal put together one of the best games you could possibly have as a second-year linebacker. The former Wisconsin Badger finished the game with 6 tackles, 1 for a loss. He forced the fumble you're watching now, and then maybe the biggest play from the night, a blocked extra point. And if it weren't for the blocked kick, there's a chance the Chiefs don't even make it to overtime. He helped set the edge time and time again, and was a huge part of the Chiefs' defensive game plan. Chenal finished the game as the highest graded Chiefs player according to Pro Football Focus's analytics, and he's now a 2-time Super Bowl champion. The WIAA Girls Basketball Tournament gets underway next week, and we've got a bunch of good teams ready to make a run. West Salem notched a 1 seed, while Onalaska is a 2 seed in Division II. Aquinas got a 2 seed in Division III, while Cochrane Fountain City is the 1 seed, and Royal is the 2 seed down in Division V. There's a lot of other teams looking to make a run as well, so be sure to tune in next week for the highlights. The latest AP poll is out, and to nobody's surprise, the Wisconsin Badgers are dropping. After suffering their 4th straight loss over the weekend, the Badgers come into this week ranked 20th. The good news, they're back at the Kohl Center tomorrow night, where they'll host Ohio State. Bucks return to the court tonight in a big matchup as they host the defending champs, the Denver Nuggets. All eyes on the Stars, as both Giannis and Nikola Jokic are 2-time MVPs and are 2 of the best in the league. Milwaukee just 2-5 in their last 7 games, but with Doc Rivers and even Patrick Beverley in the lineup, the defensive intensity has picked up. Giannis continues to dominate, averaging 30.7 points a game on 61% shooting, while also grabbing 11 rebounds. We know he's going to show up, but we'll see how the supporting cast does tonight in this huge test. Tip-off set for 7 p.m. Also tonight, I'll be making a trip to Spring Grove. The Lions look to get back on track after suffering a 4-overtime defeat on Saturday. They're ranked 3rd in Class A and are hoping to get back to the state tournament. Highlights tonight. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99, plus advanced Wi-Fi and 1 Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Start saving today. Visit Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, or scan to call now.
Want to see a magic trick? Taco John's is turning your dollar into mouth-watering favorites with the new BOGO for a Buck menu. Get a signature Taco John's item, then add another for just $1. Abracadabra, yeah! The new BOGO for a Buck menu, only at Taco John's.
Our composite windows are the clear choice for your home. This window is 12 times stronger than vinyl, 2,000% more airtight, and 40% more energy efficient, all at a price less than what many companies charge for vinyl windows. What does this mean for you and your home? Our composite windows make you more comfortable and save on your energy bills.
You're such a window nerd.
I've done my research, so you don't have to.
Come visit our new showroom and test the window nerd's knowledge. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows.
This adorable shelter pet wants to meet you and your family today. The News 8 Now Pet of the Week is brought to you by Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics.
All right, tonight we'll have some passing high clouds, but for tomorrow, same story. More cloud cover, that northwest wind, so it'll be cooler than we had today, but still above average in the mid to upper 30s. It just won't be the 40s that we saw today. So that'll be the big difference. And then it'll kind of flip the switch for Wednesday with up to mid to upper 40s, and then we have light rain, snow come Thursday. Thursday morning's commute might be impacted, and then colder for Friday.
Well, hey, if it's sunny like tomorrow like it was today, I'm all here for it. All right, thank you for joining us at 6.